Welcome to live trading, everybody. We are looking at Banter bubbles, and it's so good for a change to see so much green out here. We've got Axie's just had a monster pump. At one point, it was about 18% up. We've got H-bar doing its thing, 7% up today. Curve is 5% up. I'm loving all this green. FTT -9. That's a little bit sad. Clay is -4. But overall, things are looking good. We're seeing a lot of these altcoins moving into very tight resistance zones. Perhaps we're going to get a bit of a pop today. We've also got BTC doing its thing, pushing into a little bit of resistance. And we've got the normal crew with us today. Today we've got Bruce over here. Welcome, Bruce. We've got David, and we've got Simon, he's going to partake a little bit there on the side. He's actually just called a Nakamoto short. But we can't find any places where we can short this thing properly. So it's actually just a TP area for those of you who are interested now. If you have been long Nakamoto, you're looking at TP time now. Right, boys. So let's take a look at BTC. Let's try and get our heads around why things are moving like this right now. This is BTC on the 4-hour. So you can see it's slowly started creeping up for us nicely. And that's given the alts a little bit of a slingshot into these areas that they're sitting in at the moment. So this was one of our interesting zones here, the 618, which has been on our radar for quite some time, especially since we got this long here at the 24,800 region. So for me personally, I'm still looking for a little bit more out of BTC. And Dave, I'm quite keen to hear your thoughts here on this one. But my initial idea was to get some kind of take out here on. Let me just mute that.
I'm looking for upside as well.
So, yeah, I was looking for some kind of fake out here on the 618 on BTC. If that didn't hold, I was looking a little bit higher at this 27,500 area. So, yeah, as far as trades are concerned, I'm not in a BTC position. I'm still waiting for a long sort of a little bit higher. Let's just zoom out on this BTC situation. So this is the daily that I've been watching for a while here. Dave, let me know your thoughts here. We got these MAs, 200 week, 200 day, 50 day. We got a 382 fib sitting over here in this region. We got the trend. Are we going to break this thing? Is it possible?
It is possible. I've got 3 areas marked out. So I've got a level at 27,186. I've got a level at 27,708, which is a daily level. And then we have the previous swing failure pattern at 28,000-ish.
27,186 you like. Okay, let's mark that in. 27,186. So we'll put them up there. And what was the other one? What are the other ones you got there, Dave?
27,708 is a daily level.
27,708. Okay, so we like this area in general as a resistance reaction type zone. So I'd say for the bulls, there's a lot of work to do still. If we get that push up, we're going to have a hell of a fight in this region here. If we do get that break and this becomes support, well, I think we can start getting a bit aggressive on some of these other altcoins. I see we've had quite a few alarms going off today as well, guys. This is XRP alarm going off now. We've had Atom pop, we've had Render pop, I think we've had the Soul alarm. So all of you that are on the Banter Discord on VIP, you should be getting these alarms now when these alts are hitting these key zones. So a lot of this at the moment is still bear country for me. So let's take a look at some of these alts and see what's going on. I think we did have the GRT alarm. Okay, so GRT, this is an interesting one, guys. It's still short country for me, and this is what we were talking about the other day. We were looking for this break through the trend and a potential rejection here at the 0.085 area. So that is still a short sort of zone that I'm watching on GRT. This area as a whole is also a resistance zone, but you can see we are busy fighting here in this area currently. So big area to get through for GRT for me is this region here. You can see why I think it's resistance. You can see we've got lots of support here. We've got the 382 fib, and we often get these fake outs where we pop and we break out and we rejected these horizontals. So I'm watching this area very closely for a potential short setup for me.
Nice.
I see Render also pushing up. We're getting this look on a lot of these alts, and I don't want to get too excited when we push into these resistance zones. It's hard not to feel excited that we might get a pop But we don't want to we don't want to get overexcited here at major resistance areas, and we are seeing this everywhere. And it's the same with BTC pushing that 618. Same story. So resistance for me is 1.55 here for render. If you want to be long on render, now is not the time, in my opinion. I think you need to wait for some kind of pullback, or you perhaps need to wait for it to pop and just settle back a little bit here at the 1.55 region, somewhere in this area, and then you can be long. Alternatively, I think, guys, we're looking for pullbacks onto this trend region. Let's see what fibs we have in this area. Yeah, so we got the 618, Dave. I like this here. If we do get this move back on render, this 1.46 region, that looks like a nice sort of pullback zone for me. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to wait for that pop. The bears, well, this is your zone, guys. If the shorters want to get involved, these are your areas that you look for. Optimism, I'm still not optimistic. I'm still short optimism here. Dave, are you still short?
Yes, I did. I added a little bit more last night.
So we both actually added to this optimism short. And we'll see. This is pressure time, I mean, it's pushing into this resistance band. So, the pop, you start thinking that maybe we're going to get that pop, but I'm going to hold my short for now. Dave, where are you looking at exiting if things do start moving higher?
I think you were mentioning around 140 is probably where I'll.
Okay, so we are on a similar page here. Let's pull the fib and see where we're going. Yeah, so there's a 618 just above this 1.4. So that's the kind of area I'm going to look. If we start losing that region, for me, yeah, I'm going to start cutting there, I'd say.
Yeah, looks good.
And I see we got, I've just opened up some of the chats here, guys. So our locals that are always on Zoom with us, guys, we are moving to YouTube only, but we can still see your comments here. So jump into the YouTube comments, and while we're going along, I'm going to try and pull up as many comments as we can. You can see Keegan over here. Check there. He says, I went long on optimism. So we're short. So we're gonna see how we play out. We've got Norman saying, how's it? We've got Ratus saying hi. Why is Zoom links not working? Yes, Ratus, we are on YouTube now. We are testing moving on YouTube. I'm sure you guys can hear there's a little bit of a vibe going on here. There's a little bit of music. We can even give people a round of applause, believe it or not, now that we're on StreamYard. So, yeah, I think the idea is we're going to have a little bit more fun here, I believe. So yeah, all our Zoom family, we are still with you. We are here. Just drop your comments in the YouTube for now, and yeah, let's see how we go. We got a Swannies here as well. Lamardi wants to know what's going on with the cash short. So guys, there's a lot we're going to go through today. There's a lot we're going to deal with. Let's see. Space is breaking a 4-hour trend line, says Lance. We got Daniel shorting wild. Cool. So there's a lot going on here, guys. We're going to try and deal with everything at the moment. So just to recap on optimism, we are currently short, me and Dave. We might be wrong. So let's see how it goes. My cut zone is over that 618. Then I'll start trimming. I must say I had a great long on Solana, but we're going to let Bruce do the Solana one for us just now. Yep. David's, I think, currently long Gala. So if you guys want to start looking at that chart just now, we can get that ready. Let's look at H-bar. This thing's been moving today as well. Let's pull this one up. Okay, this is H-bar on the 12-hour. So we're going to pull a fib from this high over here to this low. I want to just get a feeling as to why and where it's going to reject. And you guys can see we've got a 382 here and the 50-day MA in this region. So for me, this is a sensitive rejection zone, potential short area. You can see that initial move up there on the 12-hour, quite a hard rejection. Let's see what we get on the next move up. I would think if we a little bit lower over there, we should be able to get a short in there. The 200-day is huge, as you know. The 50-day MA is huge. The 382 from this type of time frame is a strong area as well. So if you are a late longer, just be careful. You are approaching resistance here, 0.0545. Also, keep your eyes on this fib, 0.06. Okay, DYDX. So again, it's looking a lot like this optimism situation. But I'm feeling longer on DYDX and shorter on optimism, guys. What are you seeing here?
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a long on DYDX earlier.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I like this zone. I like this here. This support.
Yeah, especially if it breaks through there and then retests it, that'd be brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, ideally we want to just break through and maybe just reject on a little horizontal, but nothing serious.
Yeah,
So maybe a little pop here.
Mm-hmm.
So for the bulls out there, you know, this is probably a nice scenario we want to look for.
Yeah.
So let's try and get that, guys. We are obviously, remember, we are just reclaiming this old resistance. We are starting to break through it. So now we want to see the support form. We can't get too excited until we know that this is our area. I see a Jill Chi says Mana. Yes, Mana started pumping as well. Kenny says the Zoom's not working. Yes, Kenny, we have moved on to YouTube for now. Please just drop your comments here for us, and we will do what we can here for you guys. Keep them coming through. What about Tomo? Oh, we must deal with Tomo today. And Ratus is in Tomo. Okay, so Bruce is going to come at us with Tomo, guys. We're going to get some Tomo juice there shortly. Fetch on the 12-hour. We've got a trend break here. So we're talking about this one on the Discord as well. Look, it's hard to call this thing a trend break. It's just kind of sneaking out of this trend. The reaction area that I'm watching on Fetch, guys, 0.239 is an area that I'd look for some kind of rejection first and then try and get a pullback to buy. So I don't think there's a rush on Fetch just yet. We can pull this trend higher. And let's just look for that move. Let's look for it to push up and pull back onto trend for a potential long there. What else have we got on Banter Bubbles? Yeah, we've got Axie. Oh, so Axie was an incredible short opportunity, guys. How's this?
Oh my gosh.
The alarms went off on Discord. If you on the Banter VIP, you would have got that Axie because I got that Axie alarm. That alarm's been sitting there for ages, guys. And that was your sign. Often you get a pump like that. It's a short squeeze and you get a major rejection. Why did we get that rejection? This is old resistance areas to watch. This was a big resistance zone. Look here, and we've got the 50-day MA coming here. It was inevitable on a pump like that we were going to get a rejection on trend, 50-day MA, and horizontal. So if anyone in the chat knows what's going on with Axie, any partnerships, any news that's been announced, please drop it in the chat for us, and we can try and figure out if this pump is going to continue. If this pump is going to continue, it needs to start finding support. So let's look at the 1 hour. I mean, there's some heavy selling here. Look at this. So what we want to see, obviously, guys, is this trend hold now on the retest. If this Axie move was anything to, you know, be aware of or take note of, we want to see it hold this 4.5 level. And then we could maybe fire up our longs for Axie. So if you have any news there in the chat, let us know. I'm just reading the chats here. Atom, yeah, we got the Atom alarm as well, guys. Night Owl says we've got a Zoom quality issue. I mean, we've got a quality issue here. Okay, so guys, we'll deal with this after the live. We'll check it out and we'll take your feedback and we'll make sure this is working for everybody, obviously. Okay, let's look at a couple more alts. So Optimism we've done, Render we've done, DYDX we've done. How about some Phantom? Don't forget about Phantom, guys. Phantom can still do its thing for us. You can see all these alts, they're teeing up. They look so similar. AVAX looks similar. Soul looks similar. Phantom, you can see we've lost these supports. We're pushing back into resistance zones. I've got your alarm ready for you on Discord, guys. So it will go off at 0.195, give or take. It's going to ping you guys. And that is the major resistance area that we are watching. And that's decision time for Phantom. So give it a little bit more time. If you are long from lower down, your TP zone is 0.196 area. If you want to be long, you got to let this thing break first, and you want to see support develop. Look at this. We need these areas to hold here. We want this to become support. So you can see resistance. So let this become support. Nice little retest. There's no rush here. And then we can ride this Phantom up to the 0.2188 region, where I've got another alarm for you. So you'll be able to short it up there as well if we do get to that area. TRB. This is one that we were speaking about yesterday, guys. TRB, looking very aggressive here. I still don't know what this coin is about or what the story is, but we did get that break. We had that little squeezy looking triangle forming there, and look what happened here. So we were talking about this one yesterday. We got that break. So this is a classic move, guys, that we all talk about. We get that break, we get that retest. Look at that. And then we sent that from there. And this is what we look for all the time. So that's why, sometimes we don't want to get too excited too early, where we break a trend. We want to let this thing pull back, get support, and then we can ride it up. We just want to know that area is safe before we climb in.
By the way, we marked that pullback yesterday, and it hit the 786 exactly.
Perfect. The science coming into play here, the way we like it. This is a house of science. Low float on TRB. Crypto bad. Fox wants to see Doge. We want to do Mana. Okay, so guys, we're going to take requests from you shortly. Let's get into Bruce and Dave. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see what they're trading at the moment.
Wow.
Who's up here? Bruce, you want to take it away here for us? I'm going to put your screen up here.
I'm glad to.
Looks mad. What is this thing?
Yeah, I'm staring at TRB because it was like I marked that as a long right there, and didn't take it for one reason or another. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's so pretty. Anyway, start with Sol. Sol is so exciting actually right now because it's breaking through this long old trend line finally. It dipped above it, dipped below it. It's peaking above it again. So this is exciting because this is building up let's go to the higher time frame for a second. This is building up something that could recover a lot of lost ground, even up to this level over there. We're talking about, 30% pump just to get kind of back to kind of Sol's break-even point. So I'm looking for an entrance on this. You don't want to chase it. We talk about that over and over again, but price is coming up to it's been operating. You can see it right here. It's been operating in ranges. So it ranged there, and then it ranged there, and then down here. So what I'm waiting for is for it to come up, break through this minor resistance, come back and retest it, and then start building a position to take off.
I'm loving the look of this.
Little bit of resistance. Yeah, me too. Do expect it to hit a little bit of resistance here, and definitely at the 200-day moving average, it's going to run into resistance. But if the overall market stays even somewhat bullish, I'm looking for it to make a move at least up to there in the beginning. So this is probably the most exciting one for me.
There's a couple guys here looking at
wait for it to make a pullback.
I'm loving Sol. Yeah. I think the amount of fight that's happened here with Sol, Bruce. I mean, the amount of selling and the amount of shorts. I think we're going to be surprised with Sol, guys. Watch this space.
Yep. I
Joanne
totally
says
agree with that.
you can't see our charts. She says they're a bit blurry. Joanne, we're going to deal with this all. We're going to fix it for you. We've got who we got here. We got someone from Germany. We've got people saying the market's pumping up of token 2049, the event in Singapore where Sheldon and the team are.
Yeah.
Okay, Bruce, what else you got going for us?
Sure. So I got Blue Zell, which is very similar to what we just saw. It did. Hold on, let me zoom in because this one you got to zoom in to see. So basically, this was strong resistance area. came down. We took this trade the other day. Actually, took two trades. Took that one from there. Let me go to the 1 hour so you can see it better. Just kind of tracking our progress. We took this trade. We took that trade, and then it broke down, and we waited. It broke through resistance. It's retesting it as support right there. Let me move that down a bit. Right, hang on, come on. Okay, there we go. So that defines support right there. It broke up above it, and you can see it's stair-stepping its way up. So let me draw this again because I moved it. So from that last pump to here, it's basically pumping up. It's retracing. Hopefully this will retrace right back to close to that line right there, which the trend line. I'm tracking it. And if you'll note that the intersection of that trend line, and the fib is the 618. So I think we can take a nice scientific long starting at the 618 right there. And that's what I'll definitely be eyeballing.
Okay.
And,
so what is that number?
And
What's
then
the
Tomo.
618?
Tomo,
Bruce, what's that entry there?
sure. Hang on 1 second. Let me bring it back up. Come on. Oops. Come on. There we go. Okay, so the 618 is exactly at 0.15048. Just slightly above that. Just tiny little bit above that. Is good.
Okay, so Banter Bubbly Grand says
Cool.
Bruce's charts are perhaps a little bit blurry, so maybe we must just increase the size of your chart or something there, Bruce, on your next chart. Maybe you just make it bigger screen there for us.
How's that?
Yes, I think that's
That better?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Now I got to go back so I can get the next chart. Hang on. And then I'll full screen it. So the next one is Tomo. And full screen. Is that good?
Good.
So Tomo was a little bit of a mess yesterday. We called the short, and then it quickly reversed on us. Anyway, finally did basically a classic head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder. And so we're able to catch this short down to here. I got out of it right at support area. And now I'm looking for whether it is going to break back into this range again, which I'm not certain about yet, or whether it's going to break down. So what I'm watching very closely is whether it builds a lower low from that wick right there. If it prints a lower low, then that'll be the setup right there. If it stabilizes and gets support over here and starts to break above that trend line, then we'll be looking for a long. And so no clear entry or TP yet, or stop loss yet, but keep your eyes on it. This should happen within the next couple hours, I think.
Yeah, I'm liking,
we're going to go long or short there.
This one.
Yeah, me too. And then we have Simon for Nakamoto.
So, and we saw Rodolfo on Twitter today talking about Nakamoto. It's one of his favorite gaming platforms or tokens out there. And just coincidentally, Simon messaged us earlier before the live saying Nakamoto's at a TP zone. So if you missed the start of the session here, we are now at TP time for Nakamoto, according to the Lux Algo indicator that Simon reads so well for us.
Yep. And that's because of the order block, the huge order blocks right there, both of which are predominantly red. Yeah. And let's take a look at the other Lux Algo.
So, yeah, we can see those massive order blocks there. So
There we go.
now is probably not the ideal time to start loading up longs. Based on what we're seeing here, it looks like we should get a gentle pullback. Shouldn't be anything too serious. And then you can maybe load up some buys on a pullback there, guys.
It's already happening. You can see on the 4 hour, we've got 1, 2, 3 candles that are gently pulling back from that upper. They tagged that upper zone and came back into this. So it's just coming just below that red order block right there. So you're right. Probably come down gently to there, and it might be good for a long after that.
Okay, nice one.
Yep. And that's all she wrote this morning.
Is that a wrap? So what are you sitting in right now? Any positions?
Nope. I've got Sol, Tomo, and Luzel set up. I'm watching a bunch of others. Like I'm watching Cyber and Unfi, but nothing solid yet.
Okay, well, keep your eyes on things while David's running through some charts there. Maybe we get set up. I see Render's pushing a little bit here, guys, as well. So keep your eyes on Render. It looks like it wants to break into the next area. We need to make sure Render gets support. Dave, Gala, bro, what's happening there?
What's
Are you
up?
long?
I'm excited. I'm long.
Are we going to be long Gala? I'm pulling up your screen, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got there?
Yeah, so I'm excited about Gala. I love this token. As much FUD there is. You guys can see here. How's the quality so far? Should I maximize it?
The candles on this Gala look interesting. Yeah. They look a bit blurry.
So yeah, you guys can see here. Let me see how does that look here. So as far as the Gala to Bitcoin or BTC pair, we're up 3.77%. And more importantly, when you maximize this, we had the break a trend.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Long trend. All the way back on August 30th. And you guys can see here, it's just been this ridiculous downtrend. So a couple things that I did here. So this particular fib, I drew it from the very, very top all the way down to the very, very bottom. So the ultimate target would be nice, I would love to see it hit 0.018. But as far as the short term, we have this break a trend. I think it's a little bit of a safer play. If we go below this trend, I think a good stop loss could be around here, 0.01412.
So Dave, can you zoom in a little bit? Some people are saying that they can't see very clearly. So just zoom in a little bit for those that can't see, just so we can see the entries and the stop zones. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. How's that, guys? Yeah, so you guys can see here this break a trend. The 236 retest has already occurred. We are now pushing up here. And the reason why I'm excited about this is because Bitcoin's pumping. I see a little bit more upside on Bitcoin. Trust me, guys, I don't want to be a bear. I'm just playing the charts, right? But again, with what's going on with the market, with Gala, there's a lot of FUD. There's a lot of shorts. I'm pretty sure there's tons of shorts up here, and Gala likes to do those surprise pumps. Again, I said it a couple weeks ago. All it takes is one news event, one thing to send this thing. And with that being said, being a chartist, we're following this break a trend here. So
and the more this Gala starts creeping up, the more people are going to have to start closing their shorts. And we know that there's a lot of shorts there, guys.
Tons.
So we could have quite a violent move.
100%. So I think this is safe, right? If you guys are looking to enter this trade, even right now, and you have your stop loss below this wick here at 0.01416, maybe a little bit lower to play it safe. 2.55% wiggle room, at 10x leverage, that would be a 25% loss on whatever your position size is for whatever your risk management is. A little bit tighter if you want to play super tight, 2.35 if you wanted to enter now. But as far as entries, this 0.236 or even the 382 would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So looking to enter some more into the position, obviously waiting for the reaction, paying attention to Bitcoin. But these two levels at 0.01426 and 0.01441 is good for me anyways.
Nice. Very nice. We've just got a couple of questions about the alarms. They were talking about the Axie alarm. So guys, again, those of you that don't see this regularly or don't know about it, on the Crypto Banter Discord, if you are a VIP, you have access to my charts, the charts you see on the show. You have access to David's charts, this very Gala chart that he's showing you right now. He's going to put it on the Crypto Banter Discord that you VIPs have access to. Bruce's trades, Bruce's setups. same story. It's going to be available on the Discord. You just need to make sure you're on there. You'll get the alarms as well. We set these alarms in key areas. So when entries hit or zones hit, you get the alarm. So for those of you that got the Axie alarm, you had your opportunity. We've had a few others go off. So guys, just get onto the Banter Discord. The alarms are all there. We're doing all this work for you guys. After these sessions, you can go back, reference the charts, practice with what we're doing, learn from the stuff we're putting down there, and perfect your trading.
Yeah, 100%. So this is I have a heavy focus on Gala right now. Decent position size. So moving on to a couple more here. I talked about this yesterday on ADA. The trend line has been broken here, but like I mentioned yesterday, we have this other trend line over here and this order block. So a couple things could happen here. We could come up. You guys can see I have 2 alarms set. Let me just make this bigger for you guys. I have alerts set at 0.2528, 0.2545, and that would kind of fall in line with what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I had mentioned those levels earlier. We have a level at 27186. So if we do make that rise here and have a swing failure where we reject here, or even at this daily level where we reject here, that would kind of fall in line with what I'm looking at for ADA. So just pay attention to that. Obviously, if Bitcoin has some strength and it just keeps going and going, cut the trade, right? But this is kind of what I'm seeing still here. I talked about Link yesterday. I cut my short. It had basically reclaimed this trend line I talked about. So I was kind of looking for the scenario here that I drew out yesterday. Reclaim, Bitcoin's a little bit bullish. And again, what I'm seeing on Bitcoin as far as the levels of where it could potentially fail, the new scenario that I'm looking at now is this one. So maybe we can set alerts together here. At, let's see, 6.25. We'll just enter an alert, short area 1. Pretty simple.
Okay, so just repeat those levels there for those that can't see it.
Yep. So first level of alerts, or the first alert I have set is at 6.254. And I like to set the top of the order block as well. So maybe we can set 2 of them here. The first alert should get you to look at your screen. And let's see if that short area or the second alert hits as well.
So guys, remember, these alarms, they go off in high reaction areas that we set up. So we love these combinations of fibs, horizontals, trends, moving averages. When we hit a high impact zone, these are the areas where we're pinging you with an alarm. It doesn't mean immediately you have to take a position, but what you can do is start paying attention to that particular coin when it's hitting that zone, and you can look for your opportunities there.
And you guys can see here, it keeps rejecting it. It likes to ping through the order block and falls down. Pings through, falls down. So it'll probably happen again. We'll see. Let's see here. So, again, I'm bullish on Bitcoin injective. From this fib level down here at 6.35 all the way up here. It did touch the 382, but I am also paying attention to this other trend line. So I am just paying attention to it. I'm not in the position yet, but it looks promising. We've got 2 support areas. And again, if Bitcoin is bullish, this might be a nice break a trend, retest, long opportunity.
Okay, so what is your level on injective? What are you looking for?
So I am looking for at least a break of trend of this trend line here. So pay attention to that. Let me see if I can show you guys where this trend line is coming from. Yeah, so I have the trend line starting on August 18th on the 4 hour at the very high here in this resistance order block. And then drawing the trend line from there, there's a touch right here on August 29th. And then there's a third touch right here on September 12th. So If it does this, that's the fourth touch, and it can keep going down, right? So that's something to pay attention to. But if we break the trend and hit this resistance area, I'm looking to enter the long on the retest here. So we can't really draw that fib yet, but if it does happen, let's just say right here, then that 382 would be basically right here at 6.95. So 6.95-ish would be the long entry for me, with Bitcoin being a little bullish right now.
I'm looking at DYDX here. It seems to be printing a little candle on the 1 hour.
I was looking at it too. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I told you guys this morning, I was looking at DYDX. I feel like getting a sneaky long in there.
It's almost had its trend retest as well, guys. It's not looking the worst. So remember, the way we need to play this, obviously, guys, we need to pay attention to where BTC is, and we mustn't lose sight of the fact that BTC is now pushing into a resistance area right now. So BTC at 26,600 is just below the 618 to 26,800. So there is a possibility that it rejects up there, and that's why we need to be cautious with these alts. When these alts are pushing into resistance and BTC is at resistance, you need to be careful, because sometimes we get that BTC rejection and then these alts come down quite hard. So just be careful. We want BTC to rather break up and then find new support, and then we can get maybe more comfortable with some of these alts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ooh, we just got another alarm there. Sol.
Yeah.
The Sol alarm has gone off, guys. For those of you in Discord, let us know in the chats if you got it.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So we know it's working. Sol is breaking this trend, guys. I'm getting a little bit excited about Sol. I'm not going to lie. We've got the previous high from earlier today was 19.3. So we want to see that high get taken out.
Yep.
Yeah,
we want to blow through that.
Wow, 4% move. So yeah, this could be the break of trend here for so long.
And that 19. Yeah.
SYN, whatever that is.
SYN, okay. I'll just finish out here, guys. Just a couple things. I saw somebody asked about the Caspa short that I was building. Still in it. Nothing has changed with my plan. You can see everything is pumping green, and it's a little negative. I have another order here, as I mentioned in the Discord, here in this order block, and this trade is invalidated if it breaks the all-time high. So if it breaks the all-time high, hey, that's why on the Discord posts I put short cast or die trying. It's just one of those trades.
We were actually talking about that. We got to get that merch. We want to get matching shirts that say that.
Yes.
I think we need that, guys.
What do you guys think about
I love that.
Yeah, what do you guys think about a sniper shirt on the back? It says short cast or die trying.
I think we need that in our lives. Let us know if you like that, guys. We'll send you some shirts as well.
I'm in for that.
And guys, Cast long term, I'm bullish on Cast, guys, and that's why there's somebody that said, "Hey, what token would you get right now?" And it's kind of amazing. And I'll finish out with this: is that I had mentioned, "Hey, Terax is a token I would get," and from that call yesterday, it's pumped 23%. This is a fork of Caspa, so this is not a margin trade. This is just long term hold. I've got a bag. I'm looking to add more. You can see here where it broke through. And now this is acting, which was once resistance is now support. You can see here. So maybe if we come down here, this would be another opportunity for adding to your bag. So that's it for me, guys.
Nice, Dave. There's a couple of questions here about Discord again. So I'm going to try and take you guys through Discord quickly. I'll just show you what's going on for those of you that are new to the Discord or are thinking of joining it. Let me pull it up for you. Just give me one moment. I'm just organizing the screen here. Hang in there. It's coming. Okay, so this is what the Discord looks like, guys. I'm currently in the Sheldon the Sniper section on the left-hand side, so you can see under this menu here. Hopefully you guys can see that now. We've got live show charts, so when Sheldon does a show, we post the charts afterwards. We've got an education section, which we are filling up currently, so it's not its finished product. We're nearly there. We've got the trading view alert section, so you will see when these alarms go off, they post the alarm, and it should give you access to the chart and the exact comments that we were talking about at the time of the alarm. So you should get access to that. Then we are making a few changes in Sniper setup. So in the next 2 days, I see we've had another alarm going off here. Phantom's just hit its bear zone. Wow, these things are moving now. Okay. So Sniper setups, there will be a couple of changes in the next couple of days. We are organizing it a little bit better and easier for you guys to understand. But basically under Sniper setups, you've got the charts that you see me doing every day. We've probably got 25 charts that I'm doing daily. Then under David's trade ideas, you can see David's chart work that he's done there. You can see he's already posted the Gala chart in there. Under indicator setups, this is Simon, the indicator wizard. I mean, he's absolutely nailing these trades at the moment. I mean, look at these things. And he's using Lux Algo. So awesome. That's something to follow, guys. Then where's Bruce's one? Bruce, I'm trying to find your section. Bruce is here under... It's here. We got to find it. So this is why we are rejigging the Discord, because we are growing quite quickly.
There we go. Yeah. Be clicky.
Be clicky. There it is, guys. Yep. Bruce's section is there. There's the whole stream. And he's not just doing Tomo. You can see he's doing SNX, TRB, BLZ. There's a lot going there, guys, as well as signals, his ideas, his thoughts behind it. There'll be alarms. Bruce, you're using the alarms too, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so it's all here, guys. All you need to do is be on the Banter Discord and be in the VIP section. So you can get VIP access by using one of Sheldon's links or one of the Banter links. You should have access using a school link. So there's many ways to get on it, and it's updated every day, and it's here to help you. It's here to help you on your trading journey to get better, to learn from what we're doing. Here's a typical, let's look at XRP, for example. Here's a typical XRP scenario that I set up today on the Discord. This is what we were looking for. We were looking for a rejection in this zone. This is bear country. If, for example, XRP breaks higher, we wanted to find support before we go long and ride it up higher. There's a couple of things in the way there. The 200-day MA, you've got the 200-week a little bit higher up. But this is where we help you and we guide you. So we try and give you precision areas to take your trades, whether you're long or short, and this helps you manage your risk as effectively as possible, and also might just get you on the radar for key areas. And these are key areas that we watch. So to try and help you, from jumping in the middle of a range, for example, because that can get expensive either way. So we try and find the best zones for you guys to get the best bang for your trade entries there. Okay, cool. So I see Dave is asking for an oil setup. We'll look at oil. Guys, start dropping in the chats what you want us to look at. I see there are a couple of comments coming through here. So just drop in the chats what you're looking at. I'm going to start moving over to my other screen. Okay, this is our Sol situation. We still need to take out that high. So we're not out of the woods yet for Sol.
Mm-hmm.
We want to smash this high over here. I'm zooming in for you guys. This is the 1 hour that I'm looking at, and we had a little fake out earlier today, pushed up there. Now I want to see this high get taken out here for Sol. Then we get that, and just like Bruce was saying, we're gonna get this nice monster buy in there that we can look at. But we got to break this high. I want to see this high get taken out first. Okay, so we've got Maker. That's a good one. And VeChain is apparently pumping. Okay, so let's look at that. So VeChain got a listing on Coinbase, and we were trying to figure out yesterday what was going to be the catalyst to push VeChain further other than that news. We were saying, well, what more does it have? Congrats on your listing on Coinbase, but what's going to make people buy this thing? And I know one of our regulars, Marcus, was loving VET. He's fundamentally, he trades VET. He was loving the VET fundamentals. And but we weren't sure if it was enough to get it through the line here. So this was the setup we were looking at. We were actually looking at a VET short. at this 382 area. 0.17 was our vet short zone that we'd identified. So right now, vet's looking very similar to a lot of these other alts. It still needs to break that high from earlier today. So give it a little bit of time. I'm still interested in the short zone, 0.172, that sort of area for me. It's a short until proven otherwise. So just be patient, let it get up there. We've got somebody asking about Lena. I think we did look at that briefly earlier. Let's pull it up again. The whole Gito says the Discord setups are amazing. That's awesome, man. They're here for you guys. It's here for your benefit. We do these charts for ourselves anyway, so we might as well just share them with you. So yeah, get onto the Discord. Okay, here's Lena. So Lena's been moving very well. It's been quietly just performing, and we spoke about Lena yesterday. And we were saying we had this resistance area that we wanted it to break through. And we did get that move. So we'll probably find on the 1 hour it broke through and got a little bit of support. Let's have a look. So it was a gentle move up, but you can see it found some support here in this region over here. And now it's pushed up nicely and it's forming a little flag on the 1 hour. So as far as lean is concerned, smaller picture, if we look at this, from what's in front of us, we can look for a support buy on a pullback in a zone like this on the 1 hour. But if we zoom out, we must obviously always pay attention to the bigger picture, guys, and see what's really going on here. And you can see we've got a little bit of trend resistance in the way, and we've also got quite a big horizontal area we need to deal with. So let's not get too pumped about Lena. If you're not already long from lower down, for example, down there on that double bottom, maybe look for an entry on a pullback there if you're bullish on Lena. So look for something along these lines. But remember, trend is going to be an issue. Horizontal is going to be an issue. And then further up, we've got this mega 382 horizontal big stories going on here, guys. So that's going to be an area to watch. So dream situation would be once we get up there, we pull back and this old resistance becomes our support and we get that dream move and that dream entry that sends us even higher. So just play it carefully now. A lot of these alts have moved now. Now's your time. You either shorting these things in these type of situations at resistance areas, or you need to wait for these pullbacks for these longs. And even if you're watching, guys, 15 minutes, I mean, Bruce is an absolute expert at these 15-minute setups, but even on 15 minutes, you can see if support is developing. So you can draw your little flags, you can get your trends in, and you can watch these mini breaks on these lower time frames if you want to try and snipe some entries there. But we'll leave that in Bruce's hands. He'll give you guys a little lesson just now as to how he goes about things. I see there's somebody saying Tomo is trying to get up there. Let's see what that's about. So DNX, I haven't heard of DNX. Yes, Lena is on the Discord, guys. It was on for a while, then it got deleted, but I've added it back today, so it is there.
Nice.
Okay, let's look at Banter Bubbles again. Let's see what else is pumping here. GMT. Let's look at GMT. Let's look at it. Rollbit. We also need to deal with Rollbit, but I can't find it on an exchange anywhere. So that's a gambling token. They're actually making money, guys. So fundamentally, there might actually be something behind it, believe it or not. So that could be one to watch. Rollbit's one of the big performers. Also things like Unibot and these bot tokens. If you can find them, look for good areas on them. You need to find big support zones. But they're quite new, and a lot of them are only available on Uniswap. So that's why you don't see them much here on our sessions.
Is RLB futures in futures?
I can't find it anywhere. It's
I think it's a spot.
It's only right now. You can only find it trading on Dex's as a wrapped ETH token. That's all I can find.
Okay, we've had a question for StoreJ. We'll also do GMT. We'll do DNX, guys. Don't worry. We're going to look at all of that for you now. Dave, if you see anything in the chats that you want to handle, Bruce, same for you. If you want to handle some tokens you see in the chat, just pick whichever ones you want to do.
I can't see the chat, by the way. We'll have to figure that out.
Oh, yes. So on the right-hand side of your screen, guys, excuse our little admin here quickly. On the right-hand side of your screen, Bruce, you should see a section there that says comments, banners, etc., etc. So under comments there, you should see it. If you're a guest, you might
Okay.
not be able to see all of them. So see, otherwise you can
We'll
check.
figure it. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is an old store J chart. We haven't looked at it in a while, but you can see even the old TA is working here. You can see it's rejecting at our old area that we highlighted previously. So let's clean this thing up. Let's pull a fib from the high here down to this area. Look at that, guys. 382 resistance in play. Okay, so right now store J is squeezing between the 200-day MA and the 382. So interesting area for it right now. And we can pull a trend up here as well. So right now we're looking for, we're at resistance on store J, guys. So that's there's no doubt about that. We want to look for areas where it may or may not pull back. And if you're bullish on it, you would then look for an entry if you are not in it already. So immediately what comes to mind, or what I'm seeing here, is the 6 tying in with the 50-day MA over here. I'm loving this down here. If the market turns super bullish, though, we might not get that. Remember, guys, the bullish pullbacks, 382, and when things are really flying, 236 is your home base, your pullback. Generally, I like the 382 and the 618 most. Let's see where this 382 is. Okay, guys, and we practice a lot of Fibonomics here for those of you that are new. We do fibs. We love the fibs. We love the horizontals. We love the trends, different styles. We all got unique styles that we do, but learn what you can from us, take what you can from us, and add your own little spice to it, obviously.
Hey, Dylan, worth noting is I just noticed that Bitcoin just broke out of the range that it's been in for quite some time, pretty cleanly.
Am I looking at the wrong chart here? What time frame are we
Bitcoin,
on here?
Yeah, I've got it. I'm on the 1 hour, and it's just been hovering in that tiny little range for a bit. Bitcoin
Okay,
tether.
so yeah, we've got our eyes on this, guys. Remember, we never take our eyes off the boss. Bitcoin runs the show here, and we're at resistance right now. So this is why we can't get too excited. If these alts were pushing into resistance, but the BTC candle was down here on support, only launching now, I'd be saying right now, let's fire this stuff up. Let's load up these longs. But we've got to exercise caution when BTC is at resistance.
Yep.
And let us know in the chats if you like the background music and a bit of vibe here. We moved over to this so that we could just change things a little bit for you guys to make it hopefully a more enjoyable experience for everybody. Okay, so store J, 12 hour. We like this 382. Well, I like this 382 as a potential pullback. I like this 618. So the 382 for me, I've pulled it from this low over here. Okay, you can see that guy over there. And I like the trend in 382 as an area. It ties in with this horizontal zone over here that you can see at 0.296. That's an area of interest for me. And don't forget the 200-day, guys, is a massive marker for us with these altcoins. And that could also surprise us as support. So you got a couple of areas to watch. If it does pop up, let it come back, let it find support. We want to see it get support on old resistance. Then we can look for these moves higher. Casey says the show is great. Oyati says the music is nice. Michelle, always enjoyable. Okay. Alex says, what background music? Okay, cool. Mike loves the music. Okay, nice, guys. That's awesome. Sound quality is pretty bad and distracting. Apologies for that, Flannerio. We're doing our best here. We want to make a vibe for everybody. Comp. Let's take a look at comp. Guys,
after comp, I did a quick mock-up here on CTSI. Somebody keeps asking for CTSI.
Cool. Let's do it. Okay, let's take a look at comp. Yes, I remember we did comp yesterday. We were looking for some kind of flag to form. Let's see what we're getting now. Okay, so we had support, didn't hold. Let's take a look. Okay, so we're getting a flag. It did dip a little bit lower than we hoped there. See that? But it's making quite a big recovery. Let's take a look at these fibs. So I'm pulling the fib from the low to the high. And this is still, for me, this is still a big area, this guy, this 382. And you can see it's still coming into play for me. I still like this zone. If we can get support in this area, I'd be comfortable for a long here on comp. If we get support there, we just need to find that support. So for me, it would be up there. You want to find support and then get your stop underneath a previous candle. So give it some time. I wouldn't long it right now. It's pushing into this resistance zone. You need to give it time. So let it move up, let it stabilize, and then see if you get that move higher. And then this is your rejection area to watch, is this previous high. And you can see why it ties in quite well over there and over there. Okay, so just keep your eyes on that guy. Okay, Dave, hit us with that token, whatever that was. I'm going to add your screen. Oh, I've lost your screen, Dave. You're going to have to re-add your screen there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me when your screen's back.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, it's there. Okay.
Okay. So I literally just drew this right now. I have no idea about this token, but just pull up some things here. So on the 4 hour, we have 3 touches on the trend line here. So we've got the 14th of July, the 13th of August, and the 8th of September. 3 touches. Probably be a 4th touch. You can see it wicked up here. We got an order block in this region, 14,415, 14,865, and we got a bunch of them over here, 2 big ones. So I don't know where you're at in your trade. I know you're asking CTSI a bunch because you're probably in the trade, but I also drew a fib from the top of this wick here that occurred on the 8th of September all the way to the low. So with Bitcoin being bullish, let's see if it holds and it goes up. But wherever you're at in your trade, might want to take profits around the 618. If I was to guess, it might touch this trend line again. So maybe add to your position, or if you guys want to get in this position, wait for it to touch the trend line. So we've got 2 touches on the trend line, probably going to be a 3rd one. And then right here would be a take profit. Definitely take profit right here at this order block. So just my 2 cents. Anything to add on that, Dylan?
Yeah, guys, I mean, you can see how we favor the 618s and the fibs in general. And the reason is we've had so much screen time. We've clocked so many hours trading these things. And the 618 time and time again proves itself, long or short. It's always a sensitive area. Well, let's not say always, but a lot of the time. And that's why we rely on it so much, especially that little area just above or below the 618. There's a tiny little pocket there. So anything in that region, we don't have to be exact, guys. It's, we like to pretend this is science, but we like areas more than exact numbers. And as long as it's in an area, then then we're happy. And then sometimes we do this. Have you seen this? So we do a little bit of that too. There's a little bit of spice, there's a little bit of luck in trading, but we rely on risk management. We rely on what we've seen. We rely on these amazing tools that we use, and obviously a little bit of market prayers. But it is mainly science.
Yeah. Hey, Dylan, I've got one that really obscure token I wouldn't mind showing.
Yeah, if you want. I'm going to add your screen.
Okay, so I know this is really obscure and it's a barely used token, and you may never heard the name before. It's called Ethereum.
You mean it's
bad
a stable
joke? Sorry, I was
stable
That's a
coin.
dad joke. Yeah, but you were mentioning how we use a 15-minute, and I was going like, well, how do I use a 15-minute? And I noticed that Ethereum has really found support here and been climbing up. So I zoomed in and noticed what I look for is consistency, right? So let's zoom in a little bit. Give me a sec. What I look for is consistency. And sure enough, we got this trend line right there. And it very consistently bounces off it. Bounce, 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 bounce. And by kind of seeing that it's being consistent, we can start to do that. Now, I'm not going to get into into Ethereum yet below this resistance area because this is effectively a range that it was in for quite some time, right? It might get stuck in here for a bit, but if it continues and Bitcoin continues to behave itself, this could likely break above that range that it's been in, right? Just like we drew out earlier, come back and retest it right on that trend line there. And this might be looking days ahead, but now we're looking at a major jump up to the 200-day moving average, which I marked above. So that to see Ethereum pump like that, because it's kind of clear ceiling, would be very interesting to watch. So
I'm going to pull up while you're
it might
talking
be
there. I'm
worth
putting up
taking a
the
little trade in there, but yeah, it was just I just noticed this out of the blue that this is really consistent, and consistency gives you a little bit lower risk. So
I'm glad you
just
I'm glad
noticed
you
it.
pulled ETH up. Yeah, ETH is normally a great catalyst for these other alts as well. Even though it's so quiet, we mustn't forget about ETH. Mustn't make it feel lonely.
Yeah,
And what I'm looking at now, I've just pulled up the ETH
yeah.
BTC. Bruce, pull it up on your side there so everyone can see on the daily. And it's sitting on a major support level here at 0.060. So this is the ETH BTC pair. Yes, look at that. So it's now sitting on a major
Oh yeah.
support.
Oh yeah.
So this is potential bounce time. Obviously, we don't want to lose this level.
Yeah.
That means ETH is getting weaker.
Sure.
But as far as a bounce is concerned, we are on a daily support level now. So we could be seeing something here, Bruce. I'm glad you pulled that up.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be in the older days that we would go that money would flow the Bitcoin season, Ethereum season, and then money would flow from Ethereum to the alts. So Ethereum was considered a precursor to an alt run, and we forgot about that, but it still might hold true. Like if we see this thing rejecting there on the Ethereum BTC chart, that could be a hint of things to come. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's keep our eyes on this one. I'm glad you brought that up. Thanks. PYR. Do you want to take a look at PYR for us, Bruce?
Sure. Absolutely. Haven't looked at Vulcan Forge in a while, but hello.
Is it in our zone? Oh, we were looking at this the other day. It was between the 200-day and the 50-day. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on. It's yeah. I'm gonna go on. Yep. I mean, they came right down to 786, right to that support level, pretty much right off the trend. So, yeah, that's pretty. And we're talking about if it's pumped a little bit, but if it comes back and retests, we're looking about wow, that's a 30 some odd percent pump.
Yeah, this is a potential massive move coming.
It's got a strong risk
and
reward.
they've been selling this thing. They've been selling this thing for weeks. And it's 200-day MA support now, 50-day MA support, guys. You know, this is a big area. This is if it loses this area, it's a big deal. But I'd like to think after a sell-off like that, we should get some kind of bounce, even if it's just a 382 bounce, or even a 618. But we'll get something out of this in this zone, I would think, especially if BTC starts holding these areas. These alts are going to start moving.
Look, this is the 200-day moving average. It is sitting on it, just sitting there. It broke, it retested. I mean, this looks pretty. I'm on the 4 hour now.
Yeah. No, it's looking good. Even I would almost go as far as to say an inverse head and shoulders here on the 1 hour that you could maybe look at.
I just saw that.
So guys,
Hang on. There's the head, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Yep.
This is good stuff. So
Thanks
if
for
you
pointing
believe
that out. Thank you.
is an inverse head and shoulders, guys, your support would be the 200-day MA. 3.35 is your sort of area that could be a first support buy. So if you get a little move down to this 3.38, 3.37, 3.36, you might want to have a look at this as a potential long. You know, these inverse head and shoulders, if they do play out, they play out nicely. They give you a nice size move. And things are definitely looking that way on the 1 hour.
Something like that would be pretty. Yeah, I'll post this one up. I like this.
Okay, guys. So Banter Discord, we're going to stick this one into, or Bruce is going to stick that in. The Hey team wants to see B&B. What is B&B? Do we still even look at this thing? what is this thing?
You want to do it? You want me to be?
Go. Let's see.
I think it's a legacy token from a bygone era. I'm not sure. Hold on, daily.
B&B. Guys, there's got to be more exciting things to trade.
Yeah. Jackie loves this thing, but
We must get Jackie. Where's Jackie? We must get him back on here. I need his B&B. His B&B spot.
It's got it. Gullah just pinged. It's got a double bottom right there, right? It seems to be holding support, and it's just up against that trend line from good grief Charlie Brown way back when, I think. Back in April. Yikes. So we got to wake Jackie up and ask him what's up with this, because that could be
if Jackie's around. Jackie, we need you.
Yeah,
we need his B&B vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So guys, I need to run in 10 minutes. I have something going on just now. I'm going to pull up a few more. Dave, do you want to look at anything else?
I was going to see if you could take a look at Hi-Fi. Somebody pointed that out, and it's up 33%.
Cool. Let's do it.
Not sure what the heck's going on there.
Hi-Fi?
H-I-F-I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it looks like it's just tested the 382 from
Hi-Fi. Oh,
that's cute.
That is, guys, next time, can you tell us before it pumps? You don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know what they want us to look at other than this giant-sized candle. So is it a buy? No, I wouldn't buy it here. And this is just from a trading perspective. I would not do anything right now. We don't know where this thing is going. Let's look. Maybe we can get some kind of fib and try and predict where it will go. So I'll pull a fib from the high to the low. And now we're going to look for, I think we want an extension. So let's look at a fib extension here. Let's see what this gives us. It gives us that 618 higher up there. So if we're really applying science, guys, now remember, we are scientists. This 1.618 level. So call it 1.32 is a potential zone for this Hi-Fi. But that's all I've got for you guys. There's not enough information here. So here, use that information. Do with it what you will. STMX. Let's look at STMX from Leon. Also pumping. Leon, you must tell us, 15 minutes ago or something there, please. Look at this thing moving.
Interesting.
Okay, look how, guys, again, just this 200-day MA. Once we break these 200 days, look at the force that some of these alts pop with. This is just beautiful once again. So this is our support areas to watch. You can see this horizontal that I'm highlighting here. That's an area to watch. We've got the 200-day holding a little bit lower. So that's another region, 0.00515. I quite like as support. Then we've got the 50-day MA, guys. Let's treat that with respect as well. It does do its job. And let's look 382. Look at that. So we got a 382 and we got the 50-day MA sitting here at 0.0056. So that for me is a 382 pullback and a support buy. So when you guys see these tokens pop, we often look, if it's bullish, we look for the 382 to hold, and then it does its little thing and maybe continues the move. So get that 382 on your trading view, on your charts, guys.
Yeah.
Injective, I think we've covered Injective. Dave, guys, check out Injective. It's on the Banter Discord. Dave's done it as well. It's also one of mine. Carlos wants to see C98. Okay, let's look at this 398. Leon Pleasure, no problem. Okay, so I'm looking for some kind of trend. I want to see what's going on. Okay, see it's sticking its head out there. And this is again why we don't like to chase a trend break. We like to let it come back for us, because you often get these rejections first, and sometimes they can turn quite bearish. So it's best or safest practice to rather wait for the pullback. So I would look at this horizontal area here as a rejection zone as well. But there doesn't seem to be much interest in C98 currently. Obviously, that can change in a matter of minutes in crypto. But if we look at it like this, we are looking at a potential trend sort of retest after losing that trend. You can see it came up, tested again. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what type of rejection we get in this zone. There's just so many tokens available. There's so many things to trade here.
Yeah.
LB just won't stop. 12%. Solana 3. Rune 2.5. 1 inch is coming alive again. Let's see what we got here on 1 inch. You can see, guys, we got a little trend here. See a lot of little fake outs. So you're seeing how this ties in with BTC so nicely. BTC pushing into resistance, alts pushing into resistance. So remember, you got it. They run together at corresponding levels, and you can see if BTC is having a slight issue at a resistance zone, then so will these alts at their corresponding resistance areas. And I mean, it's no coincidence. This is now trend resistance for 1 inch. Farhad wants JST. Yeah, there's a lot of we've says Taste Brands UK, a lot of fakes. There's a lot of fake outs. That's why when you get this trend break, it often rejects at a horizontal or a fib and pulls back down. And again, this is how we play it safe. Okay, we don't have to climb in just because we see a green candle. We just wait, and we wait for the right time. JST, this was from Fahad. Let's see what's going on here. Fahad, tell us if you like this music. I think yesterday you were asking us to play, what was that guy's name? Rick Astley. So it's not quite Rick Astley, but let us know if you're happy with this. JST is looking good, Fahad. I like this. Thanks for bringing this up. Okay, it's breaking through that 382. So you can see I've pulled a 382 because I look for a tie-in with the 382 and these horizontals. I want to make sure that we have some kind of support or resistance that is worthy or worth noting. Then we look for, we've now broken this area. So now we look for the rejection and we want to see support start forming. It might be a flag, for instance, that you get, and you get something along these lines. So let's look at the 0.021 as a potential buy area. So if we get this pullback, we can look for a move from there. I do like the look of this little double bottom. That's not bad for me. And it seems to be clear skies once we get moving here. So in this area could give us a rejection there. And then we've got that 50-day MA you can see on the screen. That's the red one. It's looking good. Farhad, thanks for pointing that out. Well done. Goldie wants to see CFX. VTHO. Wow, this is like 2021 memories here. I think VTHO is linked to VET, so it would make sense if VET's pumping, VTHO should pump. Okay, let's do hook and let's do CFX. Okay, hook looks quiet. Sometimes when these things are quiet, they explode out of nowhere. So just because it's quiet doesn't mean it's nothing's going to happen. Let's go to the 1 hour. You can see it's starting to squeeze itself. Let's take a look here. Okay, so I love these type of setups. We've got that happening over there. So we see this play out quite often, especially when things are starting to turn bullish. You get this sort of higher lows, and then you get this pop, and then it moves. And it can happen at any time, obviously, so you could get that scenario playing out. But often when it pops, it's a little squeeze, and then it rejects quite quickly at a corresponding resistance area. So I would say look for that, for example. So when it does pop, look for this move, bang, into resistance, look for it to come back, look for support, and then you can go. Obviously, guys, these setups don't work every time, but if you want to manage risk and you want to play things safe, you got to wait for the safe options. And sometimes waiting for your entry is way more rewarding than jumping in with a little bit of FOMO. Remember, there's hundreds of tokens. So if your entry doesn't work, there's always another one brewing somewhere else. So just be patient. GMT, I didn't do that. I thought I did that. Okay, let's do GMT. And then, guys, I need to run after that. In the meantime, guys, follow us on Twitter if you like what we're doing. Dave, will you drop your? Can you drop it in the chat? Your handle, Bruce. Are you on Twitter yet? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you working on it? Bruce is on Twitter. Tell everybody what your handle is.
It is. What is my handle? It's bclicky. BKLICKY 99.
Okay, I'm writing it in the chats for you guys at BKLCK.
No, ICK. ICK 99.
Spell it one more time, Bruce.
B as in boy, KLICKY 99.
Perfect. Okay, I've dropped it in the chat, guys. David is at DGen David, right?
DGen David with a D at the end.
So it's double D at the end there.
Yes.
DGen David D. Okay.
Yeah.
Mike says, wow, Axie up almost 10% today. Mike, you should have seen it earlier when we were getting pinged with the alarm on the Discord. It was up 18% or something like that. It was quite mad. Guys, my handle is at the Lord of Entry. The Lord of Entry. It's because I'm good at getting entries on the charts. So there you go. Follow us if you like this. Obviously, like and subscribe to Crypto Banter Plus. We are coming at you every single day with live trading setups and things like that, and some music.
Mm-hmm.
David's a DJ, for those of you that don't know. So he's going to spin something up for us, I think. And our trading sessions might include David's music there in the background. He's very big on Kylie Minogue. Hey? What else?
Who is that?
You're showing your age here. You don't know who that is. Well, I'm showing my age that I know who that is. Okay, so
yeah, more like
GMT, Yeah, us oldies here. Hey, okay, cool. So GMT is Simon. Yeah, they want to know what Simon's handle is. Simon, you are hopefully Simon's here listening. Simon, please drop your handle in the chat. I think it's at Chaos CHA or no Simon Twits.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Simon Twits. SIMONTWITS. I think. Okay, guys, it's somewhere along those lines. Just search for it in Twitter. There, you'll get it. Somebody does know who Kylie
Yeah.
Minogue is.
SIM. I got it.
Crypto Bad Fox.
SIMONTWITS. Yeah.
Okay, guys. And then there's a Crypto Bad Fox wants Doge as well. Jeez. Okay, guys, this is so much fun. I love doing all these charts, but sometimes I need to run.
Yeah.
Okay, BMT 12-hour. We've got our support we've got our support bounce. Okay, this is what we like. We like a revisit of these wicks. So often we get these mega dumps. Then everyone thinks life is rosy and they start longing the top. And what happens? We drift and we drift and we drift. And then we get that double bottom situation. So, yeah, right now the buys for GMT were at 0.143, that sort of area. That was your buy zone. When you get that double bottom formation, now you need to wait. If you want to be long, this is resistance. So if BTC rejects here, this is going to reject more than likely with BTC. And you should get another opportunity to buy it lower down or maybe straight to hold down here. You can get it. If BTC carries on, you're looking at this problem at trend. Then you're looking at that. You're looking at a problem over there. I don't want to come with just problems. I'm trying to give you guys solutions. I'm showing you resistance areas to look out for. Okay, so 0.162 is your next sort of major resistance if we get that break through the trend. Okay, so just play it level by level. Just play it cautiously there. Yeah, somebody put in Simon's. There's Simon's handle, guys. It's on the screen now. You should see it over there. Yes, that is me at the Lord of Entry. Let's quickly do the Doge. Oh, look, there's a dog. Did you see that dog?
Mm-hmm.
Must have paid big bucks for that. Okay. So we got the main trend up here. Okay, so it looks like we need a little bit more time. It's quite interesting. We've seen on a lot of these alts, we had the dump, and we were just talking about this now. You had the dump, and then you'd normally get that second visit. We didn't get that one on Doge. It's held up relatively well. So let's mark this area as support for us. You can see why this support makes sense. Look at this. Okay, if we're pulling from areas ages ago, this is a 12-day. We can look where we get maximum touches. You can see, guys, why I like these supports. Look at these bounces off these areas here. Okay, so for me, that is support until proven otherwise. Even if we get a little move down there, I'd like to see that. And then pay attention to these wicks. You never know if we get a little visit here. Okay, so those, if I was you, just mark that out on your chart as areas to watch, areas of interest. And right now, like all these other coins, BTC is at resistance and here's Doge sitting at resistance. Okay, so no surprises there. So once BTC starts moving, or if it starts moving up, you're going to see a lot of these alts just start this journey. Okay, then we deal with BTC at the next resistance, which would probably be 27.5. It would tie in with a lot of these alts at their next corresponding resistance zone. So guys, just play level by level. Yeah, I mean, there's trades every day. You don't have to hold a position forever. Sometimes I'm guilty of myself of sitting too long into positions. I got to be very disciplined. Take profit, go block by block, resistance to resistance. I mean, support to resistance, that sort of thing. Just be disciplined about it. If you play these big areas, you're going to come out on top. As long as you're disciplined with your risk management and you take your profits, because so often we get these pumps and then you get these reversals and you wake up or 2 hours later and you thought you were green and it's gone. Okay, so just play these areas. Okay, cool. Kylie Minogue. Yes, we love Kylie Minogue. Guys, I need to run. This was so cool. this was really fun, everybody. We're going to be bringing this every day. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's Crypto Banter Plus. Simon will be on again this week. We've also got Jason. He comes along. We've got Chris. We've got a couple of other guys that bring setups. So there's always something happening here, guys. If you're looking for trades, just jump in. You can also rewatch this. Some of these setups only happen the next day, once we've spoken about it. So guys, jump onto this live, rewatch it, look at our charts, get onto the Discord. The charts are there. We're just building this information hub for you. We're here for you. We're here to support you. You don't have to get wrecked trading. Just be careful with it. Listen to us. Take some information from us. Use your own. We're in this together. Like, just hang out here with us every day. We are here supporting you. Okay, cool. Everybody, let me take my screen away. That was amazing. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Tomorrow.
That was fun.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Yep. Same time, same bat channel. Thanks.